Welcome to this the first edition of my journey. This will be a series of interviews we shall be doing with different athletes to talk about their story in the different sports that they'll be undertaking. I'm your host Ngarirano Avitas, and today I will be having my first guest, and she is a friend of mine. I happened to get to know her last year, out this very year, and we have been able to talk about so many things, and she told me that she would love to be the first person to be hosted on this show. Introducing to you is Mukisa Glory. Glory, welcome to this show, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to interview you and talk about your journey. Could you please introduce yourself to the people?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Mukisa Glory Bbumba. I'm a student in Makerere University, captain chess, and I do coach chess too.
Oh yes, speaking of, of course I know you from chess. I'm a sports person. I do different things in sports, and you also happen to be a sports person, and your specialty is chess. Could you please tell us briefly how did you, what inspired you to get into this chess sport?
What inspired me to play chess was, the first time I saw a chessboard, I was at home and I was really a young girl. The only thing I remember was in Makerere, and we had this small chessboard at home. Whenever my dad would come back, he would get that board and we play together, but we both didn't know what we were doing. But then with time, I kept on playing with my neighbors and I would win, but I didn't know what I was doing. We all didn't know what we were doing, but we were just playing. So till I reached P7 vacation, that's when I got a chance to stay with engineer Robert Katende, who married my auntie. She's called Sarah Katende. So that's when I got a chance to get exposed to chess. I had a chance of staying with Phiona Mutesi, the Queen of Katwe, Benjamin Mukisa, Nansubuga Gloria, Woman FIDE Master. So those people currently, some are in US and one of them is here in Uganda at Victoria University. So that's where my inspiration for playing chess came from.
Oh yeah, so do you think we would have been maybe seeing you being the one in a Queen of Katwe? Do you think that maybe would have been possible if you had maybe played maybe at a much more higher level at that young age?
Well, for my case, I don't think so, because after getting to know about chess, I felt like I need to help other people to learn that game. I didn't see myself become like a woman FIDE master or a woman grandmaster. I just felt like I can make someone become that. I can make someone become a grandmaster or a woman grandmaster. So I didn't see myself becoming the best in the world or even in Uganda.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good. And just to a light moment here, are you friends with Phiona Mutesi? Are you guys in touch?
Well, it's been a while. Yeah, because right now she's a busy lady. She works with Microsoft in the States, so she's very busy. Yeah, but for Benjamin, once in a while, like once in a year or once in 2 years, we can talk like on WhatsApp or Facebook. Then for Gloria Nansubuga, she's around. She's my good friend. We always meet on tournaments at the National League. Yeah, she's doing fine.
Yeah, that's wonderful. A wonderful story there, rubbing shoulders with great people at a young age, of course. But then, speaking of, starting to play chess at a younger age, what was your first competition like? Which competition did you guys participate in when you were at a young age?
My first competition was Rabsheni Memorial. That was in 2013. Okay, by that time I had gone through some other trainings. We used to go for workshops, but my first tournament was Rabsheni Memorial. And my uncle, Engineer Robert Katende, told me that I would play under 20. Yet I was 13 by that time. He told me, I want you to play under 20. I want you to develop the skill. So yeah, I played under 20. I remember I got 3.5 points out of probably 8 or 9. So it was a good start for me. Of course, I was a little bit hurt because I was the only one who didn't go back with a medal or trophy. Yet my fellows had all got medals and trophies. Yeah. So that's it.
Speaking about that's a really young age there, and then with the big guys, your uncle must have really seen something in you at that young age. And after that first competition, which experience did you get in that one, playing with the older guys? And after that, which other maybe other competitions, in high school, did you participate in, and which achievements maybe did you get in that time?
Yeah. So after competing, because by that time I was in P7 vacation, I joined Ndeje Senior Secondary School, and thank God in Ndeje they promote sports. Very few schools or secondary schools promote sports. So while in Ndeje, I was able to meet fellow chess players. Though by the time I went there, I thought I was the best. I thought I'm too good because I had played in Rabusheni, and I was training with those of Phiona, and I felt like I know it all by the time I was in Ndeje. So I remember one time we had a competition. I think it was a house competition, and I was playing for my house, and I was so proud in a way that I lost my games. So at that moment I learned that to play chess you don't have to be proud, you have to be calm, you have to be patient, you have to be willing and able to learn something. So after those competitions, I kept on playing chess in Ndeje. I started representing like my school, Ndeje SS, at school level. That was, we call it Father Grimes. That's for children in different schools, primary and secondary. Then we would also have friendlies with Ndeje University, Ndeje SS and Ndeje University. So it was a good experience. I was able to make quite many friends with teachers by that time, because there is other people who take chess, it's for the bright people. That's what most people say. But I feel it's for disciplined people, to me. That's what I think. Then I was able to represent my school. That was in my senior 2. We had Father Grimes at SMAC. So it was my first time to go into a Father Grimes competition, schools, meeting schools, different schools. So it wasn't that good on our side as a school and even personally. Then the next year we went to a school called, it was Trinity College Nabingo, yes, Trinity College Nabingo. That's when I got my first victory. And that was a bronze medal. I took the 3rd position in the girls category. Yeah. Then ever since that day, life changed. Every tournament I go to or I play, in the schools or university level, I win something, either a medal or a trophy for our team. Yeah. Yeah.
Your first victory in Trinity College Nabingo, of course, after playing quite a number of years, you getting your first maybe big trophy coming at your second term of asking in high school, How was it like for you winning that first medal? What changed for you at that moment, intrinsically? What changed for you?
Well, when I won that bronze medal, it was bronze. Well, I felt happy. I felt normal, but then at some point I felt like I should work hard so that next time I win like silver, because I know it's not easy. Chess is not an easy game. It takes a lot of hard work. Besides seeing people sitting in groups, people prepare for the games. People wake up like at 3 to prepare for a game that is like in the morning or midday. Like it is serious training. So winning that bronze medal also helped me learn that there is more in chess than just winning a bronze medal. So it kept on pushing me to work hard. And the fact that we also had bigger people to look up to. Because I remember that time when I won my bronze medal, we have 2 international masters in Uganda. So by that time it was I.M. Segwanyi Arthur, and he's the one who awarded to us those medals. So I felt like, when I grow up, I think I should be like I.M. Segwanyi. But of course, after some time, things changed. Yeah. But then, that's it.
Yeah, probably. You still have a couple of years, you can become like I.M. Segwanyi. It's not too late,
Yeah.
It's not too late. But earlier on, you talked about, after, winning your bronze medal, you've been being able to get some silverware as an individual or as a team. You've been competing, and we know you have been in Makerere here for the past, couple of years. How did you come into Makerere, the academic a bit of it, and how did you join Team Chess in Makerere? What was your journey like in Makerere?
Okay, what I remember is after senior 4, after my UCE, I joined a school that doesn't have chess. So somehow my chess deteriorated, and then I had to contact a friend I was studying with in Deje, and I'm like, in case there is any opportunity of playing chess in Makerere, just call me, I don't care. Whether it's where or where, I don't care, I want to play. Because I had spent like 2 years without playing. So when I joined Makerere, I received a phone call from that friend, and he's like, hey, Glory, the captain and the coach want to meet you, they want to see you. And I'm like, okay, let me come. So I came, I met the coach, I'm like, I know this guy. I met the captain, I'm like, I know this guy. I know all these faces. Like, these are the people who have been playing chess like way back.
Yeah.
Like in that O-level, period of time. So I thought I would meet new faces, but they were the same people. So it was easy for me to catch up with them. I'm like, hey, hi, I remember you. All, those things. So I had to play with one of my friends, I won't mention his name. So then after, the coach is like, it's fine, you're part of the team. And the next day we had league, national league. So I came, played national league. Hey, I was seeing the very faces. In my head, I'm like, I'm a legend. But when I was playing, things weren't coming out very well. So I kept on playing. Yeah, so that's how I joined that team. Because I came and I met the coach and the captain and other players, and we knew each other, played a little bit, then the coach is like, you can join that team. So I joined, we kept on playing. Of course, I wasn't winning my games, but I would always come. Even if I lose a game, I kept on playing, kept on coming, because these games happen every Sunday or 2 Sundays in a month. So coach was like, hey, this girl who loses games and she keeps on coming for other games. I think he was a little bit, I don't know, inspired, or I don't know, because most girls, when they lose games, they no longer want to know. Even if in a day you have a classical, a breeze and rapid, and you lose a classical, some people no longer want to play the remaining 2 games. So I think coach was like, this girl is persistent, so let us keep her on the team. And then with time, I was called and they told me you're the female captain of the Makerere University chess team.
Okay, that's pretty an interesting journey there in Makerere. I think 1 or 2 years, and you become a captain.
Became a captain, sorry.
Yeah, 1 or 2 years or 3 years around there, short period. Some people it's really tough because I understand being a captain, you may not necessarily be the best person on the team, but there are some other skills that as an individual you need to possess to lead people. So for example, you need to keep pushing, like you said, you keep coming. If you back down, maybe your other, let me call them inferior. I don't want to call them inferior, but your other members, they'll be like, if our captain has given up, what would be, come, and this thing needs consistency to keep coming and coming and coming. That's how, you grow as an individual, that's how you improve your skill, that's how, you meet other people, and they keep giving you tips, ITC here and there, and then, you better yourself, and, you become a better person. So, you told us about your journey in Makerere and how you became a captain, in a couple of years, and, you play in the league at DTCDC. Makerere is a hub for sports development. So many sports are happening here, and we are lucky that there are so many teams in the university, which are not just university teams, but they're also clubs. They take part in different activities. For example, we have rugby, volleyball, basketball, chess, swimming, and etc. So many. So they are clubs to keep the activity going. When there are no university competitions, they keep going. But when the university competitions came around, of course, which competitions did you go into? You as a player, which ones did you play, and how did you perform on the different occasions?
Okay, when for the university competitions, I remember when we just joined in year 1, they told us we shall have East African East African Women's Games in Tororo next year. So by that time I was in year 1 and we're going to year 2. So they were like next year. So I was like, okay, we shall prepare. So we prepared for the East African Women's Games. We traveled to Tororo. We were quite a number of different sports: basket, football, volleyball, tennis, Scrabble, then us chess. So we played very well. We were at Busitema University. Yeah, we played against Kenyatta University, against Busitema, the rest of them, Maseno universities. Most of them, I think, were from Nairobi, the universities. So Makerere University was emerged the overall winner of the tournament, and we came back to the university with our gold medals and our trophies as the overall winners. Then after some time, it was like in the month of June, we had All Africa Games. So All Africa Games were open for men and women. So we had to travel to Nairobi, Kenya, and we went and played. Of course, it was really tough. It was tougher because it's an open event to all African countries. So we had to play against Egypt, against Kenya, against Tanzania, I guess. Some other countries I've forgotten, because what I know, chess didn't really have like a big number of countries to come and play. But then Uganda was emerged the best overall, and we took the gold medals for the different people in their categories, and even the trophy. Then for me as Glory, I took the 3rd position overall in the women, and then my fellow Margaret Nasiwa took the 2nd position, and the best was from either Zimbabwe or Zambia, one of the two, forgotten. It was a lady from one of the two countries. So yeah, then after some time, after us winning the All Africa Games, after like 2 months, we had our qualifiers. Those qualifiers were really tough. So I don't know what else is in full. That's what I know.
It's Association of Uganda University Sports. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we had our qualifiers to play mind sports in Belgium. It was like a qualifiers to play mind sports in Belgium. So we had to call upon all universities in Uganda to come to Makerere and play the qualifiers. So what CTF won, if I'm not mistaken. The tournament was for 2 days. But the funny thing is that something had come up and it was going to kind of resist me to play those games, those qualifiers. In my heart, I was like, let me just play. Whether I lose, okay, I didn't even have the winning mindset. That's the funny thing. So in my head, I was like, even if I lose, it's okay. I still remain a chess player. So we played like 6 to 8 rounds, I guess. But thank God, I was among the first 5 girls that they wanted to go and represent Belgium. We had to fight seriously. We had to fight so hard because we were playing open. Like open is when you play, you can verse a man, woman versus a man, you can even verse someone of the same university. So it was really tough. But I thank God, that time I took the 4th position out of the 5 girls that were needed. Then also on the men's side, there were also 5 men. So yeah, that's how I qualified also for the mind sports in Belgium. And I thank God the mind sports happened. We traveled, we went to Belgium. Of course, some of us, it was our first time to get on the plane. It was some kind of experience. Some of the things we just hear of them, but then we got to see them, how it feels to be in the plane, the hostess, the host, at the airports and other stuff. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, okay, fun fact.
Yeah, I think I've gone so far.
Fun fact, I've not been in a plane before, so you had an experience and I haven't, but I believe this year I will be able to also get some of my travels here and there. So you've spoken about that mind sports, 2-day intense, qualifiers, trying to play. You could play on, it's an open game,
Yeah.
How difficult was it for you in that moment, But then you told us also before that you came and, you didn't, at the beginning, you didn't really have that mindset of even if I win, At what point did you realize that, I now have a chance, At what point did you realize that?
Okay. Actually, on day 1, I had no chance. Day 1, from morning to evening, I was like, I'm not going anywhere. But then when I went back, I was like, let me do some, chess training, small. You never know the next day, things will change. But on our second last round, that's when I realized that, I'm on the plane. So we had this term of ndikunyonyi, this term, nange ndikunyonyi. So on the second last round, that's when I realized I'm like, I'm on the plane. And by that time, I was in the second position. But then my final round was not easy. So that's when I had to drop from the second to the 4th. And then the people who were down had to go up. But then it was already cool for me because I like the first 5. I'm like, that's good. So on the last day, that's when I got to know that, I'm going to make it.
You're on a plane?
Yes.
So, of course, at that point, you know that you're on a plane. But I don't have to discourage sports people out there. But the truth is, university sports is really complicated. You can't qualify for competitions. They tell you they're going to be there, yes, but you already know finances coming, sometimes a passport, sometimes processing of documents delay and etc. So in that moment now you have known that Ndikunyonyi, I'm going to Belgium, my first time to represent the country in an international competition. I'm representing Uganda and Makerere University and my family back rooting for me, you have to make me proud, etc. How did you prepare for that time? What was the preparation for you like in that period? Was it any different from the way you used to prepare when you're going to play other games?
Truth is, we knew where we were going, things were going to be tough. So we did prepare, but I won't say that we didn't have sleepless nights or what. Because what I know, when the list came out of the people who are going to play, we were like, let's just enjoy what God has given us. This is just an opportunity to likunyoni, let's go.
Yeah.
Because we noticed that most countries had grandmasters, had international masters, had FIDE masters, candidate masters, and we are here, Ugandans, we play chess once in a while. You just get an evening out of the whole week and you play and maybe train, and then we are going to play with people who are in academies that train them chess from morning to evening. We're like, let's relax, But of course, we didn't really relax like 100%. We had to train. learn openings, because we have openings, middle games and end games in chess. So we had to train ourselves how to relax, don't rush, don't do what. Yes, and we also had special training from our coach. He brought some of the like international masters to train us, to talk to us, to tell us what we're supposed to do if something happens and stuff. But truth is, we didn't really go through thorough training, just like how you can say football and wake up in the morning, jog and what. No, we were normal but ready. Yeah.
Yeah. You spoken about grandmasters and masters etc. You don't know the categories. A person there out there might be wondering, what does a person being a grandmaster mean? These are different categories in chess that you guys saw and you're like, we really may not be having a chance. Could you briefly just break down for us those categories and how a person gets to reach those levels?
Okay, there are actually like around 5 or 4 titles. Yeah, so for us in chess, in the chess fraternity, different people are given different ratings according to how they play. So if I play with, let me say, an international master, because I have no title, and maybe by chance or because I've improved on my chess, I win him, I can get what we call elos. There are points, elos from him, and they are added to me. So each player, not every, but some of the players who play chess have what we call ratings. It's like how you can say, Arsenal is better than Man U. Okay, like there is a way they rate, there is a way things are rated. So for the chess sector, we have a candidate master. One has to, not everyone, but some people have to first become candidate masters, then they become FIDE masters, then they become, I think, international masters, then there is also grandmaster.
So you guys are seeing, on the list you guys are going to play, you're seeing grandmasters.
Yeah.
You guys have already gone through all this kind of situation.
Yeah, there were some countries like, I've forgotten the country, but the whole country had grandmaster, WGM, IM, and you're like, I'm Ugandan with my 1200, 1100 rating, how am I going to play? Of course, we also have good chess players. It's just that those guys are way different from us. Their training time is different from ours. So, there is quite a big difference.
Okay, so let us leave that topical, grandmasters and it is probably you get there one day, or you probably coach 1 or 2 kids or a few people, and they'll get to those big cities. So you've now prepared, for the competitions here. You reach the time of going. I want you to just, tell the people, you board this plane, the first time to board the plane, what was your experience like boarding that plane, the people you with, the mood camp? Of course, I believe that a couple of people must have been their first time, to go on a plane. So how was it like that journey personally for you and the team in a general living in Makerere, go to the airport, and reaching, the stops you guys had, and reaching in Belgium?
Okay, most of us, it was our first time, so we were excited. We were excited in a way that, we were a little bit late when we reached the airport. So we were rushing and stuff in a way that some people could even leave others behind in the name of, I don't want the plane to leave them. But anyway, we all got on board. We were excited actually, we were happy. The fact that some of us, it was our first time to fly and also use Emirates. We thought even other planes are like that, are like Emirates. The accommodation and stuff. So everything was everything was new. We were excited. So we took our first flight from Entebbe to Dubai. And we were excited. We spent almost the whole evening in the Dubai mall, trying to tour Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all those different brands.
Did you buy something?
No. different brands asking for their prices, and some of us were like, this is tuition for 4 years of a small pair of shoes. It was some different kind of experience and exposure. And then after we waited till we boarded our flight to Brussels, I guess. Yeah. And I guess we had arrived.
Right, okay, now so you left Dubai, seeing Louis Vuitton and etc. And now you leave that life behind. Of course, you had to see, how the world is in different places. Because I believe it's a very good thing when people get to see, even if you don't buy anything, but you get to move around. Because some people, sometimes you hear that they are confined to the airport, you can't leave the airport, but now for you getting to move around and see around it. I think it's a good thing, and for other people who travel and can get a chance to, see just around, even if you don't buy anything, you just move around and see the roads, the architecture, the buildings, and the cars and everything. And most of us in Uganda here things like a Rolls Royce, these big expensive cars. And we've never seen them. We see them in movies, but I hear that that side you can just be them on the road. Some people like to take some pictures. So we took a picture of someone's car. So, but now you've arrived in Brussels. The moment has come. Tell us how it was like. Your first night there. When you reached in Brussels, how were you feeling like in that moment? Now I have arrived now in this area. The time has come. Did you really think that, I can actually do something? Had your mindset changed at that point that, maybe through this journey that I've moved, maybe I could just have a chance, to take home something? And how was it like your first night there? And had your mind, what was your mentality like in that moment?
First night there, I was actually very tired. We were actually very tired, and it's funny how we had just arrived and the opening ceremony was that like within that period. So we didn't do much, we just had to go dress up and run for the opening ceremony. So then after the opening ceremony, we went for dinner. Man, we were hungry, but the dinner, it was indeed for whites. Because for us, we are used to a lot of food, enough food, not little food, but enough. You get your rice, you get your matoke, you get your beans and maybe greens, and have your dinner and have a good night's sleep. I assure you, most of us ate, but we still stayed hungry. So we were really tired. We were really hungry. And on the plane, of course, they give you something that, to keep you alive. Something to keep you alive, not to make you satisfied. Get. So that's us. That's how we are. So that evening was totally different. So then after the opening ceremony, we had to go to some place. I think it was like the Times Square or something. So there was another opening ceremony where they offered drinks and snacks and some music, drama, and catching up with different people from different countries. So it was quite a good time. And then we got to see Antwerp in the night, and wow, in my head I'm like, I can't believe it, I'm here. I thought I would feel different, but it's normal, but at least my eyes are seeing something new. So that's it.
Probably when you go to Ginger and see the bridge at night, you get that different kind of, feeling. But so you've arrived, your first night, opening ceremony is done. Were you still hungry at that point? Because, you had gone to another and, got some food, some snacks. Were you still hungry?
Well, we were still hungry, but we had to, be strong and wait for breakfast. We had to be strong. That's it.
Okay. I see. When I'm going to Belgium, I'll probably think about, the hunger bit of it. But then now, we see that you've arrived now, the opening ceremony is done. The most important thing was arriving at the place, finding accommodation, and the opening ceremony is done officially. And I believe the next day you guys are going to start playing games. Yes. So in that night, personally for you, did you do some more trainings? Had you mentally still changed, or you were still thinking, no, I don't really have a chance?
In that night, truth is I didn't do anything. I just had to shower and sleep. And I'm like, we shall see, whatever comes will come. Yeah. So the next day we had some good heavy breakfast. Then after we had to go to the University of Antwerp because that's where we played from all our games. Round 1, I see my name, Mukisa Glory, that's your so and so, Grandmaster. I just said, Uganda, I've already started giving results before even the results are out.
Yeah.
So, but it was a normal experience while I was playing with that lady. It was normal. It's at some point I was like, I know she maybe has more exposure and maybe more time for training, but it was normal while I was playing with her. Maybe at some point I had some fear and I don't know. That's why I lost my game. But everything was normal. Yeah. But they're also human beings like us. So I had to also think about that after playing, because I realized maybe I was scared. Maybe I'll try. I'll try at least. Yeah.
No, that was for you. You played Grandmaster.
Yo, my first round.
Your first round, yeah. How many rounds did you play on that day one?
We played, day one, we're playing two rounds per day.
Okay, so for you played 2 rounds, and so you can get. Did you manage to pick up a victory?
My second game,
You did. Okay.
It's a
it's
a different experience while they're in Belgium.
Yeah, it's pretty much fine. But then, seeing that you had lost your 2 games, personally, you had lost. But your other team, in general, your team Uganda, how was it? How was the camp like? Did some people pick up some victories in day one? You know, what was the conversation like in the camp?
Well, for Team Uganda, things weren't good. Things weren't good at all. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Unless you meet a fellow Ugandan and you be like, ha, oromosobola, that's when you'll be like, at least I have an assured point. Yeah. So on our side, because actually we're like 2 African countries, South Africa and Uganda, there was a time we reached the Africans were only versing each other. The Europeans were really at the top.
Yeah.
Like, it was really a tight tournament. Yeah. So that's how things were.
Yeah, but I believe it was a valuable experience for you on day one. So after that day one, you know, I know you didn't play the whole day. You know, what did you guys do after that day? And how was, you know, the logistics like? You know, the lunch. Was the lunch good that day? You know, supper, breakfast. You told us that the breakfast was okay.
Yeah.
Did things change with your, let me call it, first day of playing?
Well, as I told you, for us we are different species of people where we eat like enough food, not little. Of course, lunch they provided some stuff that we have never eaten before. But then that was day one. But the rest of the days they were like, we eat Irish and we can eat burgers and maybe crab, that bread, bread like sandwich like bread, long crab. So, and juice, soda, those were the things we could manage, but the other stuff we could not manage. But what I noticed in Belgium is that there is a lot of bread in different shapes and sizes, and I don't know, tastes. There is quite a lot of bread. And yeah, I think we ate Irish throughout. It's just that Irish would be, this time it would be in wedges, the other time it would be in small square shapes, the other day it can be smashed, like Irish. I think Irish is part of their main dish, bread Irish. Yeah, I guess that's it, and salads, yeah.
So wait, do you think that the food you guys ate maybe affected your game in any way?
Actually, that's what most of our players were saying, were like, the feeding maybe could have been the problem. Because, actually that's what most players were saying. But maybe the problem was with the feeding. Because of course you would go have heavy breakfast, which is okay. You have your morning game. But lunchtime, you get something, but it's not that satisfying. And then supper time, oh, it's like as if you're having morning tea in Uganda. So it was just totally different.
Yeah, I'm sorry for laughing, but you know, I'm thinking about it. I'm going, okay. Now day 1 is done. You go into day 2. Now, when day 1 ended, did you again do some preparations and to try to prepare for day 2 and something like that?
Well, okay. We used to do preparations, but most of them were like individual based. We reached a moment, the fact that we're sleeping in different rooms, it would be hard for most of us to gather in one place and train. So we reached a moment and it was like it's individual training. Unless sometimes when games end very early, that's when we could sit and train and maybe go through some moves or what, analyze a game. But in most cases, people are tired, yeah. When you play chess for some good time, you realize it makes people get tired because you're using your brain. So you need to hydrate, relax, and get something to eat. Because as you play, your brain is consuming, some foods, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So could you just please tell us a bit the summary? When you're in Belgium, what did you see aside the games? What did you see in Belgium, and what was the general experience like? And when you the general experience like?
So in summary, Belgium was a very beautiful country. It has good food, though the food is not really favorable for us, but it was good. Yeah. Then the weather wasn't also favorable. It was cold, like real cold, like very cold, and everything was fine. We got to tour Antwerp. I think we didn't do quite a lot because we had limited time. Our stay there wasn't that much, so yeah, we had to create our own time to tour. Then we always had those evening nights out with the fellow chess players from different countries, get time to dance, have some fun. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, looks like you must have enjoyed that trip of yours. But then recently, again, you were part of the contingent and you traveled to Kazakhstan, but this time around you're not going as a player, you're going in a different capacity. Just summarize for us, what was the experience like? And this time around going not as a player, but you're leading, some young kids. How was it like?
Well, going to Kazakhstan. First of all, yeah, you've said I went as a captain. Well, these are children that I and my team have been training, because training is one of the things I gained from chess. I started training kids. Besides winning medals and trophies and traveling, there is an academy I and my friends started up. It's called Great Thinkers Chess Academy. You can check us on the Instagram, Facebook, and we also have a site. So Great Thinkers Chess Academy has been training different children from different schools. So as I told you some time back, we played Father Grimes in our years. So these kids also got a chance to play Father Grimes. So when they played Father Grimes, those kids are from Peak Primary School in Tinda. When they played Father Grimes, they won. They were the overall winners in their category. And they got their prize, and they also qualified to represent Uganda in the World Schools Team Championships in Kazakhstan. So yeah, that's where I came in. Yeah, and I ended up being their captain because I've been training them right from scratch. So they needed someone who knows them, who has trained them, who can handle them, because there were girls that were under 12 years old. They are really young girls. Yeah.
Yes, the competition you went in, of course, it was not only the girls. There were also some of the boys who were forgetting the name. It's keeping my mind.
Oh yeah. So yes, the boys were there. The boys were from Friends International School.
Yeah.
They also had a different captain because they were also trained by someone else. Yes, the boys from Friends, I think they won the overall for the boys category. So they also qualified to represent Uganda in Kazakhstan. Yeah, that's it.
So if you compare your experience in Germany and your experience in Kazakhstan, how did they differ?
Well, in Kazakhstan, people were so friendly. I don't know why. People are so friendly in a way that some of the kids were crying. They were wondering, why is everyone taking my picture? Why are people videotaping or something? You could just be seated there and someone's like, excuse me, can I take a picture? Like, photo, something, I don't know. And you're like, yeah, photo. And like, okay, yeah. It's just, okay, we reached a moment. Let me just skip the part of traveling from Uganda to Sharjah. Now from Sharjah to Aktau.
Yeah, Aktau. That's where the games are being played.
I hope I remember the names of the places. Yeah, from Sharjah to Aktau. Yeah. We in the plane were the only black people in the entire plane. So I was looking around like I'm the only black woman in here. That's interesting. We reach Aktau. Everyone is pointing, everyone is coming close, everyone wants to take a picture, everyone wants to hold you and feel like as if you're real. The kids are running onto you like they want to see if you're real, or I don't know. It was too much for now the kids we brought, and they started crying, some of them. Some of them reached a moment and they wanted to take any more pictures. For them, they thought it was, I don't know. I know it. Yeah. I won't say it.
We know it.
Yeah, we know it. Yeah. But to me, I felt like maybe these people rarely see black people. I think they are just excited.
Okay.
Yeah. So from Aktau to, I've forgotten the place. From Aktau to the next place we went to, it was also the same thing. We're the only black people. So we reached there, everyone is so happy, excited and stuff. But then by the time we reached the hotel, we found people from Botswana, people from Nigeria, people from Kenya. We found different African countries. And then we were like, woof, at least we're not the only ones. But still people were friendly. Kazakhstan people are friendly. I don't know, they are friendly people. I thought I would feel like, what, but those people are really friendly and nice people. Yeah.
Well, you were told us about your journey in the different, countries you have traveled, and I'm just going to try to bring it back home as we wrap up this interview here. We know that of course you still play in the league in Uganda here, and you are the captain. So far, what should we expect from Team Makerere in this season, and you as an individual?
Well, in the current league, Team Makerere is promising, and we know we shall get there. Right now, the current clubs that we are versing or playing with are very strong, like quite strong. So we shall do our best. Yeah, we shall do our best to reach there.
Okay, we'll come back to this interview in case you guys, get some big achievements. So I'm just going to do some quick ones here. We're done with the long interview. Just going to do some quick, a few questions, ask you and you answer. So, in Joseph, what have you managed to benefit as an individual?
Well, I've been able to make very many friends. I've been able to travel. Yeah, I've also. With chess, I've been able to start up my own business of selling board games, and also starting up that chess academy with my fellow organizers. Yeah, so that's actually starting up the academy is one of my biggest achievements. Yeah, with my fellow organizers.
Okay, and then another one. Before you play a chess game, are there any superstitious things that you do? Maybe just to give you luck.
You just said, so help me God.
And does it always work?
Well, it works, but of course you pray to God, but you also have to do something for yourself. Like you train and and you play.
Okay, another one. When you're in Belgium, what was the most interesting thing about Team Uganda camp?
Team Uganda camp were happy people. Ugandans are happy people. Yeah, very happy people. So we could get time, dance, sing. We never really cared about the rest, though we would also want them to join, but it was okay. We are really happy people. That's what I know about Ugandans. Well, the Team Uganda camp, it was interesting. We were happy people. We used to sing, dance. Some of the people in our team had packed some bushera, so we would make some bushera when things are not good. And we would choose some groundnuts somewhere, somehow. But yeah, it was good.
So you're telling me that you carried the porridge from here to there?
No, it wasn't me. And I won't mention the person, but it was from here to there.
To there. And the Jeanettes?
From here to there.
From here to there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. Then when spoken about achievements, what is, let me call you, where do you see yourself in chess? Maybe 2, 3, 4 years from now?
Well, in 2, 3, 4 years from now, I see myself and my fellows that we started up the academy with. I see us being far, like on top. And I see us having quite many kids, helping those in the slum areas and also those that are in town, and also introducing chess to quite many schools. And then personally, I'm seeing myself continuing to play chess because I love that game.
Grandmaster?
Well, I'm not seeing myself as a grandmaster, but I see myself as someone who will train chess so that many people understand it the way so that many people understand it the way I do, and many people learn what I didn't learn, because I know chess, I've trained, I've seen people play, but I've not really had someone to be on my head, like a coach, like to real coach me, like, hey, this has to be this has to be that, those things. So I want to be that coach to many. I want to be that coach who understands, who cares, who is there to also push the players to understand and learn the game.
And two more. If you're not a chess player, which other sport would you maybe, love to play?
Badminton.
Badminton.
Actually, in my O-level, I played quite very many sports. Yeah, I did a lot of sports, but I was like, these sports won't take me anywhere. Chess is individual, unlike other sports, you have to work as a team. I'm not trying to say that other sports are bad. They are good. They are really good. They keep you physically fit and stuff. But I felt like my journey will be in chess. Yeah, and my victory will come out of chess. Yeah.
Yes. Lastly, you are an entrepreneur. You've started Great Thinkers Chess Academy, and you also have some side hustle called so board games and etc. Could you please tell us, about your entrepreneurship side and how can people get in touch with you?
How can people get in touch with you?
Exactly.
Okay. For Great Thinkers Chess Academy, we have the Instagram and Facebook handles. They are all called Great Thinkers Chess Academy. Then we have our website, greatthinkerschessacademy.com. You can also get us through our emails. Yes. Then for the indoor games plug, we also have indoorsgame.plug. It's on Instagram. So you can kindly follow us and also make your orders. Then for the Chess Academy, we do train children and also individuals. We also hold tournaments. Like over the weekend on Saturday, we had a tournament. It was quite good. Kids had fun and parents also really had a good experience while watching their kids play. So yeah, that's it.
And Gloria, thank you very much for your time. It has been a very, very wonderful and fruitful discussion. And I hope that when you reach bigger heights and when this show reaches bigger heights, we shall maybe come back to this show as it being the pioneer over this journey that I've embarked on and my whole entire team. Thank you very much for agreeing to tell us your story, and I wish you all the best in your endeavors.
Amen. Thank you.